Hey all you Let's Play fans, Balthus MC, bringing you more God of War 3. In the last video we brutally ripped the head off of Helios, acquiring ourselves a new flashlight. Check that thing out, it's fucking creepy. I guess you could call it a fleshlight too if you want to be a pervert, but... Anyways, we also arrived here at the Path of Eos, so let's go ahead and go forward and see what we got. Yeah, that's how you switch between items too, if you are curious. That'll be a good thing to know for later on. Also, another thing you can do with the Head of Helios, I don't know if I explained it in the last video, is you can destroy pots with it. Yeah, it doesn't do you a whole lot of favors, but that's just interesting. There's a chest there if you need it, but I do not. I just want to keep moving onwards. Taking care of these baddies when they show up. You can just do a short little burst too with the Head of Helios if you don't want to do the whole solar flare thing. But I really recommend doing the solar flare because it will light up the whole area for you. Alright, come here. Rip! See, what do we got over this way? Uh-oh, we got trapped in. There's a bunch of harpies in this part, but the best way you can deal with them is just keep doing the solar flare over and over again, and you can get them to fall to their death down there in the chasm. If you get any stragglers too, you can just finish them off with the bow of Apollo. Looks like we got a few. Suck on that. Oh, got one that came up here. Tear your wings off, sucker. See, I don't see any other harpies. Let's give another blast just for the hell of it. And I don't know if you can see it down there, but there's a chest. We'll come to that in just a second. First off, let's make that wall disappear at the Head of Helios, which I'm still not sure how that works. It works by game logic, I tell you. Oh, yeah. Fuck you. Whatever. Sometimes when I do that, it cancels. I must have let go of L2 too early. Okay, there's the chain we need to cross, but if you remember that chest that I pointed out, let's go ahead and get it by coming down this secret passage. And it is a phoenix feather. Excellent. Always like getting those. Also another red chest there if you need the orbs, which I do. There's a lot of good things to power up in this game. So make sure you use your orbs sparingly. Okay, got baddies on the rope, as usual. Alright, get out of here. Same with you. I don't know if it's just me, but doing that thing that I did on the rope in the other two games, where you keep switching back and forth when you get surrounded like that, I can't really do it in this game. It's like Kratos turns around too slow to do that technique. But it could be just me. Let's go ahead and blind this guy. Finish the fucker off. So if we come down this way next, which we have to, and if we want to continue onwards with the game, we'll come across this gap here. And what we need to do is charge up a solar flare. And I recommend doing it as close to the edge as possible. That way you can see the other side. Oh, yeah. And that's how you cross that gap. And the instant you get across to, you gotta be prepared, because there's a guy standing there waiting to chop you up. Ooh, hey, check it out. We made it out of the cave.
Kratos! It's getting close!
I told you, I cannot help you.
But you're the only one who can. I know it. I trust you.
You shouldn't.
I came across another statue of Pandora. She still wants us to rescue her, but Kratos doesn't seem up to it. Don't blame him. Don't want to drag a kid around with us. Okay, you can see there's a harpy queen off there in the distance. So go ahead and use the bow to draw it closer. And then jump for it. Yeah, that harpy jump's a lot easier than the other ones. Just have to make sure you grab the harpy queen before it gets too close to you. Okay, you see that wall of vines there? Remember that for later. Not too much later. You know what's really funny too is the strategy guide here. It says that there's 2 red chests in this spot, but I don't see anything. I've looked all around, so I don't know what they're on about. But another thing that the strategy guide didn't mention, we will come across in this area, and I will show that off to you. Oh, look what we got. Remember these guys? Yep, they are still a pain in the ass. Okay, every now and then, they will put themselves in the ground, and what we need to do in order to pull them out is use the L1 circle attack. And you can just rip them out of the ground like so. Best way of dealing with these guys is to just keep using circle grabs. Because if you try and fight them normally, you're going to take a lot more damage than you want to. Also, if you're having to be close to a cliffside, you can try and launch them off the edge using L1 circle. Oh, fuck your head. Love how he kills them like that. Okay. Screw your blade throwing. Yeah, these ones are like the ones we came across in the second game. Much more annoying than the original wraiths. Oh! Oh man, that has got to suck. Alright, if you remember me pointing out that wall of vines, we can actually go down it, and we can find ourselves a red chest down here. Handy dandy. Okay, so now let's get the hell out of here. Keep moving on up this way. Okay, what do we got? Got more pots, and you can see the chain of balance off there in the distance. And it also showed it during that cutscene too. Okay, we got a blue and a green chest there if you need to refill your stuff, which I'd recommend doing before we move onwards. And if you can notice it, there's some gold dust floating around here. So if we destroyed the scaffolding that's there, you can notice this strange wall that's hiding a chest. What do we got? We got ourselves a Gorgon Eye. Only need 2 more to get a health meter increase. How neat. Okay, just refill what little green orbs I lost, or a little health. And I recommend getting out the Bow of Apollo, because you can see there's some oil pots here. Oh goody, we got ourselves some baddies. Okay, let's go ahead and destroy that part first off. Okay, ow. And before you fight the wraiths, what the fuck, man, he was just lawnmowering me. I recommend trying to kill the archers up there first, because you don't want them pecking away at you. That could be really annoying. I remember what I said earlier about these guys. You could try and launch them off the edge here on this bridge by standing to the side like that and then doing that. It's a good way of taking care of them, but you have to be careful because you can launch yourself off the edge if you're not using caution. Okay, stop that shit. That is a really annoying attack. And there we go. No fuss, no muss way of dealing with those wraiths on this bridge. You can see I didn't really lose a lot of health. The very first time I played this game, I almost died there, surprising enough. Okay, now that one thing I was mentioning at the walkthrough does not show in any way is if you take a left over here, look at this. There is a hidden chest over here, and it contains a phoenix feather. So yeah, it is good. It's good advice to just explore around, because there might be some things that the walkthrough does not mention. And I don't know if there's any other instances like that in the game, but that's just one that I noticed. Found on my own when I was playing through the game. Okay, as you notice, there's steam coming up from these vents here. And so if you use the Icarus wings, we'll move on to the next area. But I don't want to do that just yet. I want to explore down here, because we got ourselves a hidden wall. We can get ourselves a red chest behind it. Yeah, I don't know what's up with those fake walls, but whatever. I'm not going to linger on that thought too long. I also want to make sure I walk around here collecting all the chests I can get. See, I don't think there's anything else around here. I keep thinking that there's another place that we have to use the Head of Helios. But I've looked all around here before, and I haven't found anything. Alright, even though I will be cutting this a little bit short, I'm going to go ahead and save the game right here, because the next part is surprisingly long, and I don't want to sit around, or I don't want to make like a 30-minute video that might desync. Because I've had that problem before. Alright, there we go. So what awaits us here up the chain of balance? We'll have to find out in the next video. Stay tuned for more God of War 3.